The defending champion Nathan Aspinall is out of this year's UK Open. He's fallen at the first hurdle to the two-time former champion here, a pumped-up Michael van Gerwen, with MVG averaging over 105 for the match. 10-8, the margin of victory. Now down in the multi-board room, Dan Dawson can tell us what's been going on as the fourth round matches are nearing their conclusion.
Well, it's been dramatic all night, and I'm going to start with the game that Alan Warren Little picked out last time he came to us. It was Dirk van Dijvenbode against Jermaine Wattermena, that double Dutch encounter. And Jermaine was behind for so much of this game, but forced an opportunity, missed a match start, and then Dirk van Dijvenbode. This man is playing some world-class stuff, and he celebrates, as he has always done, pretty vociferously. He's through to tomorrow. We also saw another game go in the distance. Gabriel Clemens, the big German, winning 10-9. We've seen a quarter of the games in the multi-board area this evening go the full 19 legs. It's been really, really tight in a lot of these games. Over on board 7, we saw Matt Edgar, who talks an extremely good game, backing it up with the darts, a 10-5 win over Josh Payne, who you saw on the main stage earlier on today. Another deciding leg over on the far end there. Jamie Hughes surviving 3 match darts from Brendan Dolan, the winner of the Czech Darts Open last year. Yoza, the man from the Black Country, is through to Saturday's action. And just to bring you up to date, Simon Whitlock, the Wizard, a former World Championship finalist, a former European champion, a 10-7 victor over Jeffrey de Zwaan, the young Dutchman, who of course has knocked Michael van Gerwen out of this tournament in the past. So the Wizard is through as well. We've only got 3 more games to be completed here this evening. We've got James Wade in a comfortable position against John Henderson, Adrian Lewis, former champion, in trouble against Jason Lowe, a new tour card holder, and Michael Smith closing in on victory, it looks like, against James Wilson. He's 1 leg away.
Thank you, Dan. So confirmation of some of those scores from elsewhere as we are about to play our final match of the night in the main arena. Michael Smith is just 1 leg away against James Wilson, and James Wade, an ever-present in this competition, just 2 away against Big John Henderson. We'll keep you posted throughout the commentary of our last match here in the evening, and it's a good one. It's between 2 players who met at this stage last year. Steve Beaton would rather remember it than Gary Anderson, the 2018 champion. So this year the Flying Scotsman no doubt will fancy turning the tables on Steve Beaton. Over to John to get them out.
Ladies and gentlemen, a very warm welcome back to the action. This is the Ladbrokes UK Open, brought to you by the Professional Darts Corporation, live on ITV Sport, and coming to you from Butlins, Minehead. Time to meet the players. Ladies and gentlemen, time to meet a legend. He is the former champion of the world, the Bronze Adonis, the one, the only, Steve Beaton! Ladies and gentlemen, the former UK Open champion, a 2-time Premier League champion, and a 2-time back-to-back champion of the world, the Flying Scotsman, Gary Anderson!
reminder, after this match, we'll have the draw for the last 32 of the UK Open. That's an open draw, no Cs, and it'll take place on this main stage. So do stay with us. We'll keep you posted from elsewhere now. For our last visit to the commentary box this evening, we will find Alan Warren-Little and Stuart Pike.
Yeah, thank Jackie. Looking forward to this. It's been a cracking evening, hasn't it? A sensational game between Van Gerwen and Aspinall, and brilliant match between Wright and Durran. Can Anderson and Beaton put the icing on the cake before the draw for the last 32? Gary Anderson, of course, a winner here 2 years ago in the Minehead Snow. Steve Beaton, on his day, can still beat the very best. 55 years young, still competing at the very highest level. It's a phenomenal achievement when you can look back over the years, Alan, at the amount of players that he played with, his peers, I mean, like you included, Mace included, who weren't able to maintain the standard that he has over the decades.
Yes, it's not just about being there, it's playing at the standard. Always seems to have those good runs in the Players' Championship events. Almost seems ever present at the European Tour events. And one of the three, as we said earlier, ever present here at the UK Open. His best performance semi-finalist in 2003. 17 years ago.
Incredible, isn't it? 60. He's played in all 18. James Wade, one of the others, he was in control against John Henderson, I should say, on the other boards. And Wayne Jones was the third in that triumvirate. He was beaten earlier on this afternoon.
81.
Yeah, Steve Beaton. Evergreen, ever grey, ever present.
I thought you were going to start singing there. I was panicking.
59.
Go downstairs on 303. Another one of those.
436.
Back up. 167. Treble 19 would have left 170.
49.
Of course, they played a cracker at this stage last year, didn't they?
They did.
In the last 64, and Steve Beaton toppled Gary Anderson, as he was then, as the reigning champ, by
91.
10 legs to 8 in an absolute thriller. Can he repeat the dose here? Of course, 2018 winner, that memorable weekend when we were nearly snowed off. We were certainly snowed in. Tops for Anderson to take the opening leg.
Yes, and against the throw. So a good start from Ando. Not the best scoring leg from both players, it has to be said, but it is early on in the match, as we saw with Van Gerwen. 73 average after the first 2 or 3 legs. Ended up with 105. Terrific match, that one. It really was. Probably the match of the tournament so far.
437.
Durant wasn't bad either. There's been a lot of close games in this round, Stuart, certainly on the backboards.
45.
No movement at all. Very familiar throw of Gary Anderson.
140.
Here he is, smooth as silk.
This is better from Beaton.
140. 124.
First 1 plus score. Unless they get a few more.
92.
Anderson's left the double. He's way back on 235. Make sure you're still in the match when the first break comes, Stuart.
Yeah, it's on the second leg. Gary Anderson. Third leg, it's Steve to throw first. Game on.
No messing from Anderson.
140.
Anderson trying to recover after missing 20 odd darts at double in the Premier League in Exeter 24 hours ago, when
crazy, wasn't it? Happens now and again.
Became the first man to lose to a challenger, Luke Humphries. Memory serves me right, he missed darts to go 6-5 up, and then missed darts to draw, a lot of them. He's dusting himself down here and getting on with it.
140.
He does like the venue here, doesn't he, with it being not too far away from home.
140.
An astonishing result coming in from the outer boards. Adrian Lewis was 4-1 up on Jason Lowe. Jason Lowe had just won 10-4.
138.
What a capitulation from Lewis. Absolutely astonishing. Beaton here.
And on third leg,
He's on the board.
All leg is Gary to throw first. Game on.
Nice, clean, clinical finishing there from the Adonis.
108.
First 180
Clinical
from
start
Anderson.
from Anderson, brilliant.
Yeah. Michael Smith, another winner, highly fancied this weekend. 10-4 over James Wilson.
There's plenty of room there after that first dart, but couldn't quite get that second dart in to get the crowd on the edge of their seats.
83.
Two close calls on the 9, haven't we, on the backboards. Two players missing double 12.
100.
Anderson is averaging 20 points more than Steve Beaton.
140.
As it currently stands.
124.
Good stay there.
60.
Well, still some work to do.
'94. There you go. 64.
Double 60.
32. Stevie Dubois, 124.
Chance here for Beaton.
Big chance. It's the treble. Ooh, long way off there. Disappointment from Steve.
40. Gary Dubois, 32.
Anderson returns to the board.
Yeah, it's on the fourth leg.
3-1.
Gary Anderson. Fifth leg is Steve to throw
Maintains
first.
that two-leg cushion.
His doubles have been a bit better tonight. 3 out of 5.
100.
They've beaten winning the last 3 against Anderson, including that win here last year
140.
on this stage, at this stage of the tournament. But yeah, as you mentioned, Gary likes it here in Minehead. Won the Players' Championship, didn't he, before going on to be
100.
crowned world champion a month later. Won the UK Open here behind closed doors 2 years ago when
44.
he beat Corey Cadby, a young Australian who sadly, for various personal reasons,
60.
not playing darts at the moment.
No,
140.
Anderson's certainly outscoring Steve. He's putting his throw under pressure yet again.
58.
Yeah, you said it was important for Beaton to be in it at the first interval.
41.
To be in it, he has to win this leg, and that visit from Anderson has given him hope.
55.
Treble's eluding him. Well, the treble 20 anyway. 1-8's doable. He's going to have to get it.
96. Stevie 128.
Shake of the head from Beaton, but he knows this is well within his range. He needs a treble 20 for bull. He gets it. He needs a ball!
103.
Great effort.
40.
And Anderson stamped his authority all over this match. He can indeed.
Gary Anderson.
No trouble on the finishing tonight for Gary Anderson. 4 out of 6, 2 breaks of throw. And very much in control of the game as the 2018 UK Open champion looks to progress in 2020 here at Minehead. So far so good for the Scot. He leads 4-1.
Game on.
Welcome back to the UK Open. Michael Smith, highly fancied, and putting down a marker with a 10-4 win over James Wilson. Smith more than good enough to go through. How about this? Jason Lowe was 4-1 down to Adrian Lewis. Lewis just absolutely lost his game completely, and Lowe won 9 straight legs. What a win for Jason Lowe! 10-4 over the former UK Open champ. James Wade, who's won 2 UK Open titles, is on his way as well. There we go. Double 18, enough to see off Big John Henderson. James Wade, a 10-5 winner. Here 4-1, Anderson in control against Beaton. Don't forget the draw for round 5, the last 32 to follow this match. Been a busy old day.
Yeah, it's always in the first day, isn't it, Stuart? Plenty going on. Good to catch up on all the outer boards. Good start from Beaton from the break. Needs to really dig deep in the next 5 or 10 minutes.
He needs to break the Anderson throw, doesn't he? Chris Dobie and Christoph Ratajski has gone to a deciding leg over on board 2.
Yeah, it's a cracking match, that one. We were watching it earlier, weren't we? Both players averaging well into the hundreds at one point.
100.
Anderson's in again.
139. Stevie 161.
Oh.
136.
Far away.
150.
Anderson looking at 150. Can very quickly tell you that Chris Dobie's taken out 91 in the deciding leg to beat Christoph Ratajski 10-9. Here's Steve Beaton looking at double 8 for a breaker throw. Important dart for Beaton.
17.
Chances gone.
Yeah, when you've not had many darts at the double and you're behind 4-1 on the scoreline, those doubles just seem to elude you.
We're not eluding Gary Anderson tonight. 5-1 up. It's a funny old game, isn't it, as they say. 24 hours ago in the Premier League in front of the big crowd in Exeter. Couldn't buy a double. 5 out of 7 tonight. And he is flying.
Yeah, there's a
5-1 up.
As a play, when you're hitting it early, it's all about hitting them early, isn't it? And then you get the confidence for the rest of the game. If you do miss them early, you almost feel under pressure when you're on the double.
Yeah, the darting demons come into it then, don't they?
The more the miss, the smaller the double gets. But he's certainly playing pretty well here.
Chalker, I mean, you played against Steve Beaton many times. Because he finds a fantastic 177. What is the secret of his success, of his longevity?
I think he's got a good action, hasn't he? He's got a good easy action that you can't see going wrong that much. Just stands there right in front of him, high line, and just keeps the momentum in. Got a very good throw, good professional, as we all know.
59.
Keeps himself fit, practices hard. Wants to keep doing it because he can still produce wonderful darts.
Yeah, we say quarterfinals here last year.
134.
A bit of pressure now on Steve. Finally gets another leg on the board.
Yes, but the relief in his face. He was relieved there, wasn't he? Because he almost threw the leg away.
55.
Got to make some advances against the darts here at some point. Anderson scoring pretty heavy.
Just to reiterate that brilliant game between Chris Dobie and Christoph Ratajski. Dobie winning with a 91 finish, 10-9. Both players over 19 legs, averaged 105 throughout. Fabulous.
124.
Yes, we were watching it in the back room before we came on, wasn't we, on the second monitor. Both players were just absolutely peppering the treble 20. Oh, that's a fallout there, but recovered well.
120.
He's got to stay there as well.
58, Gary 162.
Well, hasn't left to finish, Steve Beaton. That's why I thought he should have stayed
42.
on the 20, even though it was blocked.
$134.
Really
Gary
is
120.
Lovely throw, Steve Beaton. Bit of pressure on Gary now.
No score. Steve
Well,
32.
He's hardly missed any doubles at all. Always give Steve Beaton the chance to break. Can he take it? One more dart. Oh, he gets it with that crucial last dart, Steve Beaton.
I think it's Steve to throw
Clawing
first.
his way back in this match. Was 4-1 down at the break, but takes the first 2 legs in the second session.
140. $140.
Only one maximum in the match so far.
99.
14 140s.
Yeah, the draw coming up after this game.
125.
You'll be involved in that, I guess.
Yes, you can blame me if it's not the draw you want.
50.
Blame you anyway.
Well, if you can fill this in, we'll leave 56.
180.
It's his second one. The break straight back. Beaton looked like he was getting back in the match, but Gary Anderson's having none of it.
Yes, on the knife leg.
11 darts from Gary Anderson.
The leg is Gary to throw first.
Brilliant darts from Anderson.
Game. 82.
That's a blow though for Beaton, isn't it? After doing so well to break the Anderson throw and not being able to hold on him.
Yes, the opportunity was there, but just couldn't take it. When he knows 2 legs on the spin.
$83.
Anderson looking good in this leg.
$100.
Big ask now for Beaton, you feel.
60.
Yes, the scoring just letting him down in this leg.
$87.
Well, it's a bad dart that, but it's actually worked in his favour in a strange way, leaving the straight 100.
That wasn't the plan.
140.
I'm sure it wasn't.
There you want 100.
If he hits it, you might say it was. There we go.
Perfect planning. Perfect planning from Anderson. Single 7 to leave 100. 2 darts later, and a 7-3 lead for Gary Anderson. And the way things are working out, you'd think it would be extremely difficult for Steve Beaton to come back from this. But you never know. Anderson leading 7-3. Coming to the close of a fantastic opening day at the UK Open. This arguably the match of the day. Going the distance for Tysky, making a mess of 92. Both players averaging 105, would you believe? The pole leaving double 8 for the match. And Chris Dobie here holding his nerve. Incredible game. An incredible way to win. Oh, look at that. Look at that. You can hardly see the ball. A celebration, and he deserved to celebrate. Wow, 91 on the ball to win 10-9. Both players averaging 105. Fantastic game. So this is the last match of the last 64 between Gary Anderson and Steve Beaton before we have the draw for the 5th round. Anderson leading 7-3, 96 average, 10 points more than his opponent. But Beaton's going to have to produce something extra special, you feel, to get back into this one.
Yes, there have been some brilliant matches, some incredible standards. And that last game, Matthias Gindobi, the top of the tree.
123.
Anderson homing in to take the last place.
100.
Just to a final word on that match between Matthias Gig and Chris Dobie. 10 of the 19 legs were finished
58.
in 13 darts or less. Absolutely astonishing standard, won by Chris Dobie with an astonishing finish.
Yes, what a way to end on the bullseye.
140.
Again, the Beaton throw is under pressure, as it has been really all the way through the match.
140.
Good dance there from Steve. Gives himself a chance.
94. Stevie requires 70.
Double 8.
62.
Well, it's 3 out of 14 on the doubles, Steve Beaton.
Yeah, they're much harder to hit, as we've always said when you're behind. Bull!
61. Stevie require 8.
Another chance here for Beaton.
Gets on the left leg.
Gets it eventually.
Top leg is Gary to throw first. Game.
He has to start
140.
attacking the Anderson throw. They fear it has to start now.
134.
Good cover shooting. That wasn't bad either.
46.
Well, good first 3 from Beaton, but hasn't followed it up. So again, he's up against it, against the throw, certainly with the way Anderson's throwing. Scored heavily all the way through the match.
Average up to around 98.
140. Gary 112.
Tops.
He
Hasn't missed a lot, has he? Just that one leg, the 8th leg on his throw when he missed 4 darts, but apart from that, his finishing has been excellent tonight.
139.
2 legs away, Gary Anderson. Getting a little bit of revenge it would be for losing to Steve Beaton at this stage,
92.
on this stage, a year ago at the UK Open.
Yes, it's all about getting yourself in that
137.
for the draw.
Oh, 95.
Two players remain after this.
99. Stevie 126.
Triple 10. 16 to leave it.
86.
So back on 2-1-4, so didn't need to go the normal route for 1-2-6. Some people still do.
82. Stevie require 40.
But if you leave it, you've got to get it.
30. Gary require 132.
A party piece. Bullseye. That leaves treble 19. Ooh, wrong side of the wire.
94.
He'll be disappointed because it was perfectly set up, wasn't it, for a dart at the ball, but it doesn't matter now as Steve Beaton stays in the contest. Anderson still with a bit of work to do.
91.
Yes, he's just about hanging in there, isn't he? As I said, on a few occasions he hasn't attacked the Anderson throw. That's better. But he needs to follow up the first 3 darts. But if Anderson's scoring like this, it makes it much more difficult.
140.
3 maximums from Anderson, none from Beaton.
42.
Is this a chance?
Yeah, the 180 rather wasted by the follow-up, and Steve Beaton here still believing that he can win this match.
Well, we said, Stuart, he has to start attacking the Anderson throw. It didn't look likely, but now the opportunity is there. 2 darts, double 16. 1 left for double 8. Important dart for Beaton.
Steve Beaton.
Well, he's back in the match. It didn't look likely.
Game on.
But he's plugged away.
7-3 and 8-4 down. Right, it's a different game. He's a different player now, isn't he? All of a sudden, springing the step, believing.
Well, now he knows he's got a chance.
And Anderson knows
2
as
legs
well.
ago, he probably didn't think that.
Yeah, Anderson's struggling here in this leg.
134.
To get within 1, Steve Beaton looking good.
140.
Slip there.
43.
But will it be costly? No.
40.
At least 2 visits here.
94.
Good last one, just to keep him positive.
Anderson needs to wake up and shake up, doesn't he?
134. Stevie
Yes, he
190.
Been that prolific scorer he was earlier. Beaton, well, completely different player. And Anderson's still got to remember he's in front and he's got the break.
And Anderson under pressure.
43.
Make no mistake, Anderson is just blinking here. 7-3 up, there look to be only 1 winner.
97.
Now we've got a game on our hands. And is Steve Beaton going to account for Gary Anderson 2 years on the spin?
Yeah, massive leg this one in the context of everything, really. And Steve, he's taken his chance.
Well, where's he found this from? Where has he found this from?
It just shows you, doesn't it, if you can hang in a game. Well, this is better from Anderson.
177.
He really needed that one. As he was well and truly under the cosh there. Steve Beaton really fighting away here, as he has done in all of his career. Oh, wonderful last 2 visits from
I've
Anderson.
got to say, under pressure.
He needed the treble 18.
96.
Anderson here still got to win the leg. 177, 140. 2 darts at tops. We're a long way off.
46.
Well.
Stevie requires 68.
To level, incredibly. 2 darts at double 4. Double 2! Oh, he's missed!
Now you require 10.
Both players feeling the pressure.
And from the 16th leg,
Anderson eventually
17 leg is Steve through
stops the Beaton roll.
Well, drama that we didn't expect 15 minutes ago. Real darting drama. And a fitting finale to what's been a fantastic day.
Yes, we've seen incredible darts today, we really have. Some of the unknown players showing us what they can do on that stage.
Well, Steve Beaton, 2 darts for 8 all. From 7-3 down. 8-4 down as well.
100.
Anderson looking more relaxed now.
Yes, that last leg was so crucial.
51.
He's in command now. Get to that finishing line.
80.
Needs at least one more.
100.
No finish for Beaton.
To win it in style.
Game shot.
And there he does. Two brilliant legs from Gary Anderson in the end to get the job done. Last year, Beaton winning 10-8 at this stage at the UK Open. It's a hugely relieved Gary Anderson who goes through to the last 32 with a 10-7 win over Steve Beaton. And Anderson will be in the draw for the 5th round, the last 32, and that is coming up next.